Okay. See, I'm not focusing what is the fast API, what it provides and all the stuff. I just want to make sure that, how people can create a fast API and then create REST-based services and start running. That's very simple as that. Okay. Uh, what the agenda is, how to create a fast API in the PyCharm, and then what pip installer we have to do, and then we just create one simple fast API and then run it, and then we check it, right? Let me see. Very simple, fast API. It provides you all the libraries what needed for developing a REST-based services. And then it doesn't include the web server. We had to basically UV call. But when you put all, what it does is it install everything for you. You don't need to worry about any software installation, pretty much. Okay. That's the only thing. By default, if you put a fast API, it doesn't come with the web server and then, Jinja template and other details, right? Now, when you do it and then it comes everything, that's the important thing. You have to come a command like this, right? Once that is there, then in the PyCharm, you are ready to use the fast API. It is very simple. If you want to use the fast API, it is very simple. You import one package and then you create a fast API object, and then you just start using just a few annotations, and then your service is up and running. And then from it has ability to connect to the back end. Other things are there. It also has object by default, like a object model integration is there. All those things are there. For now, we want to just start simple and then get familiarity how to start and other things. That is our main goal. If somebody want to start local machine, we just use this way. What this does is dash reload means you do some changes in the application, automatically it restart the web server. Basically, indirectly that latest information is available for you, right? That's the only thing it does. Here is my project, and then you give app. This is the entry point where it is. What I will do is I have an app which is already available. Let me. I just yesterday I imported fast API. This is where it is available, fast API, and then app code. I didn't put any complex or anything, very simple. Just ignore all these things for now, right? Line 7, we have an app. Now, if you look here, I just put like these are optional fields, right? What we are doing is we are doing app. This is the name we are going to use it. And then, whatever return type you do it, right? When you are doing a real application, what it does is this service you are going to integrate with another Python code. In our case, it will be models, right? Models can Python language, right? It is easily communicate and get a data. Then we are making as a REST service. Another beauty here is you don't need any REST client or anything like that to test the service. It comes with a Swagger UI. I'm going to show you. That is a beauty, you can do everything. But simplicity, what I did was I built a small template, index.html. It doesn't have anything. I just put a testing and then I included a few libraries. These are latest libraries I included from the website, jQuery, Bootstrap, and then, just whatever the style sheet you want, we include it, our case. This is a minimum structure, I put it. And then under templates, we are going to have HTML pages. Under static, you are going to have a style sheet and JavaScripts. We can use a jQuery. That is like easy for anybody to do. They don't have to invent the wheel, right? That's the main goal. Now this application is Dockerized. It is very simple, nothing here. What it does is, if you use this one, what it does is it install for you everything. Like FastAPI and then Unicorn and everything. This is one of the recommended on the FastAPI website. Basically, what it does is it downloads the image and then it set it up for you. Then whatever the software you included in the requirement.txt, it is pretty much installed manually, pip.install, right? You set it up and then it installed for you, right? Then this is the command it executes, right? Then what it does is you copy whatever the app folder into app, and then you are basically running on the Docker container on the port 80. When I am running on my mission on the whenever whoever wants to run, basically what it did was we made it 8,000 is exposing, internal is 80, right? When I'm running this, it is going to be there. Okay. Now what I will do is I'll open a PyCharm. This is a FastAPI, whatever is there in the GitHub. Right. Now I want to run this one, right? I just want to make it easy, right? If somebody want to run, just they need to install this one. First to create a project, right? PyCharm project, whatever virtual environment. You run this command, then you have a FastAPI is available. Then if you have you just need to write, create a directory, and then you just, this basically is not a directory, it is a package. This is directory, and then this is the entry point I put it. Now, this is
under the project, do we need to create a separate virtual environment?
Yeah, virtual environment if you do it, and then it will be easy. Yes. Okay. Now let me go the steps which we have. I just want to make it here, right? If you look here, app is my package name. Inside that main Python here, if you go here, package name is app. I'm just running here locally, right? I'm just running. It is going to tell that where it is running, right? Now application is up and running. You see here, line number 127.0.0.1 means it is a local host. Port is 8,000. What I will do is I'll go to the local host. I'll just go docs, right? Docs, if I put docs, it will open Swagger UI. You can use like a testing. This one, I just put a health check one, whatever the description I give, right? You get it here, you know what it is. It is just like, you can say it is a documentation thing, your description and then summary, blah, blah, right? It is not a required field. It is a kind of, when you are running, right? People know that what you are doing, right? You click here and then execute, and then it returns the response object as a JSON. That's it. That's as simple as that, right? Just for a testing purpose, I put one index.html on the home. Here is just like returning. This doesn't have anything for now. Just for testing purpose, I put under the templates. We can build the structure because we are going to use a bootstrap, and then which comes a lot of utility. You don't have to invent any wheel. You just say that how many columns you want and other things. You can come up with that numbers. Okay. Now this is a simple HTML. Now when we are going into the cloud, we are not going this way. What we do is we go with Docker rule, right? I already have an image is running. First, we have to create an image, Docker, and then okay, here basically up to here you have to create an image, copy, and then you just need to run this one. And then I give the name, right? Docker build, I can give whatever the name you can give, which image, my image, whatever you want. And then I put a dot, and then you just create an image. Docker image is available now for me. In order to run this one, my local machine, what I do is I use a Docker desktop software. I'm just because I don't want to start ahead and then people think that it is already set it up, but I just want to make it natural. Even if the people are using Windows app, it is a behavior will be the similar. The only requirement is you need to have a latest Windows software, like I believe Windows 10 onwards or something like that, to install a Docker desktop, and then you can able to run locally, right? It is not mandatory, right? If you don't have, then you don't have to do anything. When we are going into the cloud, what happens is in EC2 instance, we are going to install the Docker software and everything what need to be done, those libraries, right? When you push the image, the command will be the same, similar. We can use a Docker compose file, or simplicity, you can say this is a command. We are going to use it, right? Because this 80 is the where it is running the port, because that's where we mentioned in the under Docker file. That's where, inside the Docker container, what it is running, based on that we are doing. This is the one, while typing, I think it picked up in single line, but it is a 2 lines. Okay. I'll fix later. For now, let's see if it is running. For my case, it is a Mac. It shows here it is running now. What I will do is I just use the command as it is. Copy. If you notice, right, I'm giving a container name here, and then I'm using image name. Right, I'll just copy. Yes. Okay. Here I will explain again. I'm running the Docker. I'm giving the name API container is a container name. And then I'm telling that -p is a port, is going to run 8000. My external, I'm exposing as 8000. Inside the Docker container, it is running the port 80. Okay, that is the meaning of that. And then I have to give what is the image, right? I'm giving this is the image I'm running now. It takes few seconds to run. I need to check is it running or not. I'll just say that, okay, it is going to tell that it is running or not. Okay, it is already used. Okay, we'll use a different name. Okay, I'm going to use a different name, or otherwise I will delete. Okay, for now I will use a different name. I can delete and then. Okay, Docker. Now, if you notice, it is just started. Okay, I'll go to the browser and type in localhost. I have a docs. Whenever by default it creates an image for you, and then it is running. Okay, then you execute, and then it is feeding a message for you. Even we have like a home, it also same thing. Okay. Yeah, this is what I want to explain here. See, the end goal here is, right, we want to come up with a simple HTML page, so that first step will be we have to come up with the marks, right, so that people can able to use the interface and then do it, right? Simple thing that, if somebody log in as a page or somebody name, right? Based on that profile, we can able to give the recommendation. That's our end goal, simple, very simple and straightforward. Means like now I'll just give the example what we are trying to do, right? End of the day, this is a movie data set, but it is not exactly apple to apple comparison. See, end of the day, what we are going to do, right? We are not going to It's like all these, simple APIs and then convert and then all the things we do. But at the end of the day, we are going to do the, numbering for similarity, cosine similarity. It is going to give the numbers, right? Whatever the thing, based on that, we give the recommendation, right? It can be anything, right? It can be give top 5, top 10, whatever, right? That's the end of the day, we are going to achieve it. What are the features we included? And then, what are the things, if it is a text, we can use the NLTK packages and then do the end of the day, that's what the main goal here, right? Now what that means is those features, right? Has to understand that, what we needed, right? Okay, based on the profile, we are going to return the information. That is our end goal, right? Now, what I am looking from Amin and Naveen and Farooq is, I want you to come up with the 2 markups, right? 2 or 3, and then work. You don't have to use any, like, even if you use any software like a Excel or anything, we just put the screens looks like this or something like that. Or you guys familiar with any software, right? Markups, wireframe, or whatever the software is available online, right? Just to put together and then what need to be done, right? First step will be, we need to understand then that everybody agree that this looks like, take a feedback and then make it a wireframe or something like that. Then we can design the web pages. That's our goal for that, right? When we are doing the modeling, right, we will come up with a model, then we integrate and then do the stuff. Okay. Any questions?
What do you mean by mockup? Are you asking for UI UX design like that?
No, just markups in the sense, no CSS, nothing. You just come with a wireframe, like you say that, okay, screen looks like this or something like that. It just, you can even use the text box in the, Excel sheet and then do come up with, or, any, with most of the, online softwares, right? Come up with that. You just putting the one text box, okay, header is like this. Okay, these are the fields will be there, something like that, just cut and copy kind of stuff, then we negotiate what fields should be there, what it is, something like that. No, what you call using HTML or CSS or JavaScript. It is plain vanilla. You take, like, even if you go in the Word document, right, you can able to create a text box, or you give a header, you can give something like that. Make sense? Okay, for now I'll stop here. I'll just
Actually, Vijay, I think from my side, it would be harder